What's your name? No. The things of Bayonetta say in this game were just so good, and they were just so boring in Borderlands 3. It's like they let all the creativity out of all of that for like funny things they say when like other bandits die and stuff.
Is that like a important core feature?
It just keeps that entertainment level high. Where when you're in just like Borderlands 2 or 3, it's just like, what am I doing here? Oh, there's just nothing going on. They're just yelling and screaming at me saying nothing? Alright.
Yeah.
It's like that loss of flavor, you know, the writing just disappeared.
Yeah, I will say I like that they keep hiding things in this game. It's always nice to like discover things that have been hidden. And also kind of proves that like the design was at least well thought out, or thought out to some degree. You ever played Dragon Age?
I think you mentioned this before, and I have technically not played Dragon Age.
Okay, so the first game is considered good by like most of the community. The second game, however, is not, and it's purely because, well, I mean, first of all, they changed the genre of the game, which is kind of wild. Like they went from this RPG strategy game to like a full-on action RPG, which I guess is sort of like that transition from the original Fallout to what, Fallout 3. It's kind of like a crazy transition.
Yeah, well, that was also a studio change then.
Yeah, but the Dragon Age one wasn't. I think it was just EA being like, we wanted more action. Because, you know, it was during that transition period where EA wanted to capitalize on all the...
It does kind of make you think how Mass Effect 1, which is also a BioWare game, was this heat-based gun weapon system, and it kind of like really encouraged you to do like a little more of a strategy, where 2 and 3 were like, we're a shooter game that has these other features. Also, here's a regular gun. Have fun with it.
Well, I don't... That makes... I mean, that's somewhat closer, but yeah, I get you. Yeah. Have you seen how the combat works for, like, Baldur's Gate, for example, Baldur's Gate 3? Have you seen how the combat works for that?
No, I haven't seen anything on that besides a few screenshots.
Okay, so, like, game pauses, and you decide your actions turn by turn.
All
Turn-based RPG, right? You do that in Dragon Age. And in Dragon Age 2, none of that. None of the turn-based stuff. It's like, that's just a completely different combat system. Now, what are you doing? You're missing some money over here. I can actually see you looking in your inventory.
It'd be kind of funny if you could actually like see the stuff, like the little tiny items.
I mean, they've got the UI there. If they just slapped the actual UI on there, they absolutely could.
I completely forget. I'm not seeing my game save when I enable and disable the baddest rank, but apparently those do carry from character to character. So even my starter character, no, it saves when I exit the menu. Okay.
I was gonna say, who the heck is updating a 10-year-old game?
Apparently these guys did when they made Borderlands 3. They had that one DLC out, like a whole new DLC, like years later.
I bet you can't get up here.
I used to know all the ways around here.
This one's only for real veterans.
Real veterans. The guy who's playing it for the first time saying that.
I've got 10 years experience in this game.
And it's all gained within the last 4 to 5 hours.
Exactly. Now you're thinking like a tech person.
I haven't programmed in over 2 weeks.
See, like,
I've lost over 30 years of
there.
experience.
The technicality there is it's been sitting in my Steam library for 10 years.
Really?
No. It's probably kind of close. Probably like 7 or 8 years. Pretty sure I bought it back in, I want to say I bought it back when we were in high school.
Huh.
But I think that was Borderlands 1, and then Borderlands 2 came in college, like a couple years later. It's been like at least 5 years, possibly up to like, I would say 8. Because I did buy this game intending to play with you at some point. It just never happened.
Because Baldur's Gate 3 came out, or the anticipation of it came out.
Yes. Baldur's Gate 3, which came out in 2023, has delayed the game all the way back in what, 16? And 2016, I was like, oh, they're gonna make Baldur's Gate 3, and in 7 years, I just can't do it right now.
This man went into cryostasis just for waiting when he heard Baldur's Gate 3 was coming out. He hadn't even finished 2 or 1 yet.
They haven't even designed or even thought of the game yet, and I was already anticipating.
He cryostased himself by the mere thought from the lead developer.
Yeah, something tells me it wasn't Baldur's Gate 3. I don't know what it is, but something tells me it probably wasn't that.
I don't have enough shooter games. All my games will spend 3 hours where I make one minor decision that could cost me my life.
That is kind of cool. I do like games that are like that. Because, I mean, usually it's pretty easy to make the decision. Like Baldur's Gate 3, the difficulty, it's really not that much so long as you think things through. But I love that aspect of, like, thinking.
Oh no,
Or,
thinking at 2 o'clock in the morning on a Saturday.
Yeah, like, Baldur's Gate 3 is pretty great. I don't know if it's your kind of game, but I thoroughly enjoyed it.
Oh, did you guys finish it?
Yeah, I did eventually finish it.
What's the Saturday group doing now?
Well, we start a new game tomorrow. We only finished it 2 weeks ago.
Oh, so you guys didn't play last week?
We played like Monster Hunter or something.
Ah.
It's like the in-between thing, you know.
They're making those decisions tomorrow, I guess. Gonna spin the wheel of fortune for it.
I'm pretty sure I'm gonna do, oh, look, this guy. We're gonna do, like, Medieval something or another. I'm trying to remember what the name is. Medieval Dynasty, I think.
Never heard of it.
They recently released a co-op.
Some good guns up here.
Do these ladders not work? Okay, yeah, they do.
It's not Fallout. Trust me, the ladders work.
Yeah, can't really be sure. The number of fake ladders in video games is like kind of scarred me.
Yeah, I think like Half-Life set the precedent. It's like, all right, it's a ladder, make it work. And everyone's like, give us a generation. Our tech isn't caught up to it yet.
Is there a limit to how much I can hold?
Yeah, you got inventory slots. You can expand it later. So we get 12 to start out with, so.
Yeah, Baldur's Gate 3 is great, dude. The story, just the writing in that game is fantastic. Now, I'm not going to say the story itself is mind-blowing. Dang. These guys are like straight up bullet sponges. What the heck?
Ah, shoot. You have to heal me. Come get me. I killed the enemy and killed myself. You get XP for doing this, by the way.
So can't you just like continuously down yourself and then let your teammate...
Eventually, so like it's... I don't think it's exponential, but the more you down yourself before dying, that timer shrinks over and over again.
Oh, okay.
So eventually it gets to the point where it's instant, regardless.
But yeah, the writing was like really excellent for like the individual interactions you have with characters in that game. Because like there's multiple times where you do actual investigations of like, oh, who killed this person? Look, it's Boom Bewm.
And his brother
Bowser's son. You can tell because of the spikes.
So you like the writing in it?
Hang on, you're expecting me to like now actually do something here while explaining my thoughts. Let's finish the mission here. Then I'll get back to you on that thought.
But level 5, we got our perks now. Now there is no pausing when the menu when you're, in multiplayer.
Ah, instead of Dark Souls style. Okay.
One person pauses the game and just like holds it up for everybody. All right.
Oh god. Well, I fell pretty far. I'll be back in like 3 minutes.
Yeah, that is actually quite a long ride. I didn't even know that little hole was there. Maybe I did, just forgot.
Did you see which hole I went through? So I just kept backing up.
Yeah, you just fell off like an obvious hole right there.
Yeah, actually from the outside I don't even see a hole. Wait a minute. I'm telling you, I got that like old people syndrome, apparently.
That's why playing new games is hard for me, because just seeing things because of the visual intensity, like takes a while to adjust to it.
actually, where did I fall from? Is it this hole?
Nope. You were like more towards the center. Where that little blue, like, yep, right there.
Oh.
Yep, it's just completely exposed.
Oh, god dang it. Who's throwing grenades at me?